It is meant to be one of the happiest times in your life, but for soon-to-be parents Stephanie Dirick and Ryan Holman, it's been a journey riddled with hurdles. So Steph found out she was unable to carry a baby when she was diagnosed with cancer 7 years ago. But the pair never gave up hope and they started the surrogacy process.
Now they're just weeks away from meeting their baby, but they've been denied the chance to be at the birth due to strict COVID-19 restrictions. They join us now from Tennyson along with surrogate Kelly Futcher in Blaxlands Ridge, to finish that off, and Hawkesbury MP Robyn Preston in Richmond, all in Sydney's northwest. Good morning to you guys. Steph, it's been quite an emotional journey, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been an incredibly emotional time, and at the moment we're feeling pretty disheartened. It feels like it's been such a long journey together to get to this point, and we feel like our right to be present at the birth of our child and to take care of our baby directly after the birth could be taken away from us.
And so
yeah.
I mean, I really feel for you guys right now. Ryan, I mean, you've been heavily involved throughout the whole pregnancy. I know you've been flying to New South Wales for all of the appointments. How devastating would it be to miss the birth?
Yeah, as the parents, it would be extremely devastating, and particularly because it's our first child. Also being unfair to Kelly and the baby at the same time. As you said, we've been heavily involved throughout the whole pregnancy, and we want to be there to support Kelly and be there during the birth. It's been the plan all along. So, yeah, we just want to gain the exemption from the hospital so we can all be there together on the day.
So
we think it's important to be there to support each other.
Westmead Hospital denied your application to be at the birth. I'm saying exemptions are being approved under extenuating circumstances only. You're the biological mum. How does that not fit the bill?
Yeah, it's really heartbreaking to keep getting these automated email responses from the hospital and to be told that we can't be at the birth of our own child. I think no parent should be denied that right. And we just feel like our case hasn't been heard and that we've sort of been getting this sort of blanket policy approach, and that our unique surrogacy situation isn't being taken into account. If being present at the birth of your own child isn't an extenuating circumstance, I'm really not sure what is.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to think that that should just be a given, shouldn't it? And Kelly, can I ask you, because I think it is truly incredible what you're doing. You're a school teacher, you've got 3 kids of your own. What's your biggest concern if Steph and Ryan can't be there for such a precious moment?
Well, we've all got a birth plan and, obviously that's flexible, but it might sound selfish, but what really concerns me is the emotional toll that it's going to take on me post-birth. Like, who am I meant to give this gooey newborn to for skin-to-skin contact if the mother can't be there? Who's going to be in the room to take on that role? And if medically the baby needs decisions to be made, the parents should be there to make those decisions. And if I have to go into hospital or admitted on ward, and the baby is also, Steph should have that right to be there to mother her baby like any other mother is at the moment on the maternity ward.
That initial touch and being there is so important. That formation of a bond is so important.
Absolutely, and it's not fair to put that back onto myself or my husband to step in that role. That, it's not my child. Yes, I've carried it for nearly 9 months, but it's not fair on me emotionally to have to go through that and care for this child for 6 hours, 24 hours. Steph and Ryan should have that right to do that. It's their baby.
I mean, you're giving the ultimate gift here. You're giving a family a child that they cannot have on their own without your help. You obviously, you understandably want your husband by your side during this process as well. So the issue you've got at the moment with a lot of the hospitals because of COVID, you can only have one person with you. Robyn, as the local MP, I know that you're currently helping these guys. What changes need to happen here, and can you help push through an exemption so that we can have the biological parents present for the birth of their baby?
And listen, what you're saying is not unusual for every parent out there that's mums that are about to give birth. Parents-to-be want certainty and clarity. And the rules are muddied because it's being left to the local health district to make the decision. So it's a bit like the luck of the draw, depending on the local health district and their rules and regulations. What I'm hearing is mums-to-be want the right to have their parent, their partner with them, so that the parents are in the birthing room. And if we had that as a blanket approach for all hospitals who are caught in this lockdown catchment, so that's Greater Sydney, Shell Harbour, Wollongong, Central Coast and Blue Mountains, all the hospitals that fall into that, if they have clear guidelines from the government to say that parents are allowed to be at the birth, it's such an important time. I'm a mother of two. I know how precious it is at that time to share that with the parents. And you've got two families here who are self-isolating. They're happy to do COVID testing on a regular basis. All they want is for them to be at the birth in the most, possible way that they can comply with all the COVID regulations that would be required. But let's have a blanket approach so that every mum-to-be has certainty, because one of the greatest things that you don't want to cause for a pregnant mum is anxiety, which also can cause high blood pressure. That's really bad for the mum-to-be and for the pending birth. So we want to give that clarity.
We do have to move. I'm so sorry. We hope this is all resolved very quickly. But Steph and Ryan, what will it mean to you?
It'll mean the world to us, and to think that it might be taken away is quite disheartening and
Devastating.
Well, look, stay strong, guys. We know it comes down to paperwork. We know the midwives and the doctors are okay with it. We'll put in a call to the health department today and see what we can do, because obviously at 36 weeks we are running out of time. We'll get onto it for you today and hopefully we get the right results. Stay strong, guys.
There's only one decision there, isn't there?